Who are you betting on for this one?
We're
not betting.
It's so
but
explosive.
If you were going to.
I mean, it's so explosive. I always bet with my heart, not my head. So you know, my heart is with these mid tiers, man. I'm a mid tier player. I know the struggle. It's always great to see somebody playing somebody who's not a top 5 character and succeeding.
They're light shield waiting. Oh, they're testing each other's. It's a battle of wills to start off. So I will say, if you are a Fox player who struggles with this matchup, and you know he's probably listening, so shout out to Pipsqueak, who has a wonderful guide on Fox versus Samus. A lot of the key things to know are described in that.
Also has had a great run here at Pound as well.
Yep. Wonderful to have Pipsqueak at Pound. Won teams. The team specialist, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. a dying breed in this community. Am I right, Mr. Number 1 Teams fan?
It was a It was a bit of a meme because Polish said he hasn't played teams before, and then they won.
Well, to be fair, Pipsqueak was balling.
yeah.
But back to the match, in the words of my friend Waffles.
Aklo, honestly, it's like stuffing the swooper is what it feels like.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised with how little damage, how little trading there's been. Aklo's
slow walk. Sorry.
Here we go. Now the swooper's really got to make something out of this, right?
Yeah, and see, these are the spots where versus SWAT, the combos, well, not combos, the follow-ups extended. It was able to guess the escape options. Maybe it'll take a moment. So far, a lot of down tilt being used.
Yeah, a lot of down tilt and not a lot of damage from down tilt. You know, it's landing kind of sparingly. So I'm wondering if that's a long-term strategy.
Yeah, if you're from like the traditional fighting game community, like the 2D fighters and stuff, you may recognize the Samus as the most FGC-like character in some ways.
I kind of agree with that.
Having like a wave dash back, almost like a backward step dash into like some good normals.
She's also kind of the character that's the most true to their source material, too, in terms of their moveset and Smash, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, a lot of the others don't have combat as part of the game.
That's true.
Like, think about Captain Falcon. They just they're basically like, if we made a comic book about Captain Falcon, what
if there was a guy who was just cool as heck?
He has a gun, but he never uses it. He'd rather use the power of fire, which he somehow has.
Oh my gosh, Aklo with some insane pressure.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking too is like, oh yeah, this is the type of gameplay we love to see.
Interesting.
It runs all the way across the stage because, well, Swooper is definitely playing the slow game, at least here on Dreamland.
The long con.
Yeah, and there is, a full stock lead for Aklo. And have you ever look at Swooper's eyes when he's like on the top platform or far away?
He's got the protagonist.
He slow walks. This is reminiscent of like Kaon, who just like
yeah, definitely actually. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Kaon.
It's sort of waiting, but it's
intelligent waiting.
It's not all empty.
Right, yeah.
Part of it is to frustrate.
Very intentional and intelligent.
That Swanton bomb was real cool. Oh, and we get the taunt.
Swanton bomb into taunt.
Tactical taunt, because he literally says, come on, that's what he wants Swooper to do.
Yeah.
Come to me, I'm up 2 stocks.
And what choice does Swooper have at this point, really, other than to run? And that's one of the biggest downfalls of Samus here.
Yeah, I mean, you can still wait because you have 5 minutes left.
That's true.
I don't know where you stand on the timer discussion. Before I won't make you say anything. For me, I live in the present. Whatever the rules are, I think the players try to win with those rules and then leave the rest behind.
Yeah, I don't stand anywhere on that debate, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, it would be cool if the timer was shorter, I guess, but I don't really think it matters that much.
It's the game I love either way. Okay, cutting off some options. A nice edge guard. We are back to even stocks. The Swooper made quite a run over the last little bit there.
This little battle here. I think that Swooper's just hitting more with aerials and starting to exchange really, really well in what I call the phone booth, or really the jab range of both of these characters.
Swooper has been leaving a lot of empty space and then really favoring the down tilt against the way that Aklo's been doing sort of somewhat retreating aerials.
And the first couple didn't hit, but now they're starting to hit more and more. It's kind of getting a read on that down tilt is Swooper.
So Swooper is from more or less my region. Used to go to some Philly tournaments and stuff. I used to love watching Swooper lose.
Aklo
now I love watching Swooper win. Yeah.
Power shield on the mini shot into up smash. I mean, that was a nice little interaction there.
I don't know if I've ever seen this matchup feel so much like a battle of wills.
Yeah.
Like I see that I know that there's melee happening in there, but it feels like it's all upstairs. It's all happening upstairs.
Well,
and
Samus
by that,
is a character that'll do that to you. I mean,
yeah.
She kind of does.
Well, and Aklo kind of plays that way a little bit already.
Right. Yeah, it's a perfect storm.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's hopping.
Wow, he is hopping.
Oh, that's probably for the
That's
ult set.
ultimate,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
like, why are they clapping for that?
Gets the edge cancel on the charge shot, charging right back up. Now Swooper's got some life in this game right here, and the momentum is kind of in Aklo's favor still, and I really think that was
Oh,
but he gets the
Just
edge
like
guard,
that.
cleans it up!
Okay.
And the Swooper goes up one game after kind of getting a little handled there early on.
It felt like, and this is the problem with playing someone like the Swooper. It felt like every single stock, he stole it.
Correct,
It
yeah.
felt like he didn't take any stocks. He stole, maybe except for that one when it was on Aklo's second stock when he had 3 remaining. That was a really nice stock. But it feels like he's been stealing them. And as Aklo, he seems to have a strong mental fortitude, nodded, accepted that it just happened to be a loss. We're going into the battlefield once again. And I think this is pretty telling. Aklo picks Dreamland again. It's like saying, I'm not scared if this is going to take a long time. It doesn't bother me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, when it is slowed down, I honestly feel like he's the one coming out on top in the exchanges, and he's fighting from range more efficiently than Swooper is.
Yeah.
It's when he entertains this up-close battle and gets in down smash range that he has all of his troubles, and here comes some down the track right now as Swooper pushes more and more moves in his direction.
And using the air dash to the side, pushes himself back to the ledge. Oh, man.
4D chess going on with the fair.
The fair, yeah. And up smash, okay.
Nowhere near kill percent for this character on this stage.
Something I want to point out about, it's sort of about the stage, but it's more about the kind of game Aklo is recognizing that they're playing. Aklo recognizes, like usually the traditional pick is FD. One of the traditional picks against Samus is FD. But because the game's been so slow, the platforms are very usable for Aklo as means of escape.
They're helping him slow down the game, right? Yeah.
If the game's going to be slow, you might as well have the big plats. And there are some downsides, like you can do the Samus up B that reaches all the way up to the platform. Yeah. Okay, drills all the way into the corner. I think that's sort of what we need to see a little bit more of, is a little more hit and run from Aklo.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're going to get in there, you got to get out, because I almost called him Lewis. Wow. The Swooper is waiting for his moment. Is willing to take a hit in order to hit harder.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's Samus' specialty, right?
And that's the case with a lot of mid-tiers. They really do like to trade, because that's how you get Spaceys close to you in the first place. You have to kind of make them trade so you can stay in their face and get a little bit of damage for taking some, just how things are sometimes. Especially when your character is heavy as Samus.
It gets zapped, but doesn't seem to mentally affect Aklo at all. Once again, stalwart mental defenses.
It's just like getting hit by a missile at that percent. You're just like,
oh,
about it.
I really like the dash in, wave dash back, and then a little bit of pausing. You have no idea when he's going to come in, and obviously it's all a bait, but what are you going to do about it?
Aklo's really on those shine reflections on the missiles. Missile's not an incredibly fast projectile by any means, but you don't often see people countering the Swooper in his face like that.
Okay, spooky. Yeah, so Aklo seems to really be favoring like running almost all the way in and then backing out or jumping out. And so the mix-up is, I'm close to you, and one day I may come in, but it's most likely what's going to happen is he's either going to jump or dash back. And either one of those things, Swooper has to chase or just hang out on the ledge. So Aklo's trying to turn the ledge into a disadvantageous position once again, because if you're just letting them take a spot that's supposed to be disadvantageous and making it your game plan, that's not going to bode well. The missile hits. Can we get the edge guard? I love the fair into forward smash. Probably going to do it.
Yeah, this should be enough for the Swooper to get back in the game here. Only takes 2%. That's a nice omen.
Yeah, a little bit of laser damage. As is, they're trading projectiles.
I mean, honestly, this is where the most competitive part of the fight is. This range right here. And it's just like Swooper is really struggling to find an answer at this range without just exposing himself for hits coming in. And now Aklo really turning up that strategy that we were talking about earlier, the way of the gun.
And hasn't been hit by a single missile throughout all of this projectile play.
He's great against missiles. Honestly, that's one of the things that I think shows the most amount of matchup familiarity from him for this character, is that he's really not getting hit by any missiles. And they're strong. They could definitely be affecting the dynamic of this match if he was taking them to the face or trying to clank with them even. He's really shielding them or shining them only.
Although it seems like the game hasn't changed that much, Aklo has suddenly gotten ahead of the ground game, is dashing through.
He's hanging out right here.
Baiting, yeah, and then one does go in. If there's a mix, Aklo is able to get that one hit and get out. Very disciplined style. Yeah.
He's in the safety zone right here. This is where he likes to hang out.
It's funny, he rolls back and he catches. Yep, at 100%. Looking for the up smash. Yeah, baits out the down tilt. Yep, yep.
Aklo playing very intelligent melee here.
Yeah, that's
Thinking
for sure.
man's melee from Aklo.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen that down tilt in a while, which I guess is meant to catch like the aerials that are coming somewhat forward.
Yeah, but now it's starting to get punished.
Yeah, it got punished the one time, and Aklo is ready. And I guess that now that Aklo's not, I mean, playing less actively, less forward than usual,
right, right.
It's less likely to work. So I guess good on the SWOOPER not going back to it as much as in game one. But it was working. It was working before. So maybe when the wheel of the mix-ups, when the pendulum swings back around, we'll get the introduction of the down tilt again. But until then, we're going to play this nice, slow, projectile-based game. Okay, yeah, not able to guard the ledge.
Ooh, SWOOPER really turning up the pressure, taking a little bit more risk here as this game ticks down to its last little end here.
Yeah, and we did see a lot of this shoulder tackle,
yeah,
the dash attack against, I forget who he was playing.
Well, after this percent, it's nice. Oh, he bumps his head on the outside of the stage and gets pineappled.
That's what it was. Yeah, pineappled.
That sucks.
The waffle cone. All right, so now it's one game apiece.
Yeah, in for a long night, I think we are here. We're in for a long night here. Chat, go ahead and get your drinks, get your snackies, and meet us back here in about 30 seconds for some more melee, because we are going to be here for a little bit.
Okay. Make sure pause is off.
Yeah, before we go, because we're about to go to time, baby.
You gotta make sure you can steal the stock. Do you want to go back to Dreamland? We should have an all Dreamland set. That's what they're saying.
Oh, man.
SWOOPER's like, you want to go back to Dreamland?
I am really curious about SWOOPER's selection here. I was thinking FOD or maybe Yoshi's, but looks like he's going to go with FOD and try to avoid getting killed off the top a little bit easier.
He lands and wave lands off to the edge right away. That's funny. A little bit of a statement. Okay, now the SWOOPER looks like willing to take a little bit of risk, is willing to come forward with that down tilt in particular. Okay, a low percent, that's kind of a dangerous dash attack, but I guess it goes so far through that maybe it can't be punished by crouch cancel shine or something.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, nobody's going to have that knowledge other than the SWOOPER, so we can't know for sure, but that's probably what he was going for.
Yeah, it looked like it at least.
And that's the shine, the call-out shine there from Aklo, and just a little bit longer on the ledge hold, and might have gotten the edge guard, but doesn't need it as he cleans up that stock at 111. That's kind of early for Samus.
Yeah, that is kind of early.
It's kind of the earliest you probably could have killed her with up smash.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Was whatever she was at before the up smash.
Samus the heavy one. Tries to charge and read coming down. Kind of a smart charge because either they go to the ledge or they're staring each other down. You ever play Pokemon Stadium?
Yeah, of course.
I love quoting them. They're staring each other down.
They're staring each other down.
Yeah. Okay, the up smash and another taunt with a 2-stock lead. Now same as game one, right?
Now this is, obviously this is better for anyone who might be waiting for this set of melee to end before they go to get food, because now SWOOPER, the onus is on SWOOPER to really press the action here.
Yeah, and looked like was trying, but then did we get a little bit of teabag action, or was he trying to drop through the platform?
Maybe one or the other or both. Could have been a double entendre of melee tech.
It is hard to double crouch on a platform without dropping through it. Go try on your setup after this. It's not that easy. Yeah, probably on purpose.
Showing off some tech skill there.
Down by a lot, mentally taxing the opponent, perhaps.
Yeah, this is draining too.
The crowd is loving it. I don't know if you guys can hear him.
Mild.
One of the nice things about Melee is in so many other games, the most different matchups are still kind of samey. This does not look the same as the matchups we were seeing before. Okay, bounces off the wall from the projectile, and the SWOOPER with the stock. Who do you think the crowd's cheering for overall? Who's the fan favorite here?
Well, I mean, I would assume the SWOOPER. He's more of a mainstay here in this venue, but Aklo's got a lot of support. Aklo had a lot of support during that earlier set.
It's tri-state stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of tri-state here.
Well,
there's a lot of representation. So.
I guess SWOOPER is tri-state. It's more New York specific.
Yeah, that's true too. Right, yeah, New York City specific.
It's a regional blue battle. I think Aklo's feeling pretty good. And Aklo's now in no rush, but willing to do things, which is the best place to be when you're playing this kind of game against this kind of Samus. Okay, a shine. Down smash off the edge. That's the scary spot. Okay, shields. Maybe expecting them to go through. Yeah, okay. Uppies onto the platform. Aklo does use the smash DI, it looks like, to get out of the uppie early, so it's not something that SWOOPER can just keep doing. Yeah, not going to make it back.
That is going to be game 3. Aklo firmly in control of the set now after 3 games. That was SWOOPER's counter pick, and it's still up on 3 stocks, 3 minutes on the clock, or 5 minutes on the clock, rather.
And now the question is, what is the second counter pick? We're going back to Fountain of Dreams?
Yeah, that high ceiling is just a little too valuable, even though, you know, I will say one thing that Aklo's doing that's amazing is they're getting these kills as soon as possible. They're getting these kills very...
It does feel like that, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as Samus is in a kill percent, they start looking for that move.
A well-spaced forward air. You don't hear that often. Was able to drift back and stay out of range of a easy punish, like a nair out of shield or something. Or the up B, right? Okay, that time shields it. That's the old school.
Kind of baiting the up B out there, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you nair in and then you hold the shield, trying to get the up B up. The screw attack. There's another screw attack. Okay, edge cancels off the side platform. And that's the thing, Samuses do get clever about using that because it's punishable in a lot of spots unless you land on a platform or you edge cancel it or something like that.
God, the shining the super missile back is kind of disrespectful, but it's also like really cool and really good because it gives just Samus something else to worry about. Like now she can't just get up attack on stage or roll up on stage.
Oh,
that was incredible, baby.
Yeah,
Melee forever.
He locked him in shine too with the missile. That's nuts.
300 IQ play there from Swoops.
Yeah, not the most difficult power shield, but to do it that many times in a row still takes some steel.
Crowd was loving that, by the way. Crowd loved that stock.
Yeah. How could you not? That's like novel party gameplay right there. How many power shields do you think it takes to break Fox's shine? And should SWOOPER have gone for it?
Oh, right, because it can get overloaded, right? If it takes item damage in the game or something like that?
I do not know exactly how that works because
either.
it doesn't actually really come up. But
I bet there's somebody in the Twitch chat who knows.
And then I'm probably
calling us dumb right now.
I might be off because maybe it might have to do with like a different parameter than any of the ones I'm thinking of. But
all right, baby, 3 minutes have expired, 3 stocks on each side, and we are going to get into some slowed down play here unless Aklo pushes the envelope.
Well, at this point, I think they've both shown that they're willing to play the slow game, and both of them need to show they're willing to aggress a little bit on occasion. Just take a little bit of space incrementally.
Of course, yeah, definitely.
Charge up smash doesn't finish it. Wow. That's a heavy character right there. That is all metal suit. It is not hollow. Well, I mean, it's somewhat hollow because Samus has to be inside
of it, right? Yeah.
But
biological form.
But there's a lot of metal on the suit.
Right,
yeah.
It's not like Kool-Aid Man where there's like 2 parts.
No, it's not like Kool-Aid Man. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Samus is not Kool-Aid Man.
Her essence isn't in the suit. Her actual physical form is.
True. And we have an even game, 2 stocks to 2 on Fountain of Dreams. It's win or go home for the SWOOPER.
Yeah, obviously for both of these guys to an extent in the set, but yeah, for this game, definitely SWOOPER's game to win or lose.
Yeah, it feels like the onus is on SWOOPER to do some things different because right now Aklo has the solid game plan. Yeah, for sure.
If you guys want to play the Snacks and Mr. Ben Ready drinking game at home, you can take a shot every time we use the term onus. That's like time number 3. So
is
I think, yeah, that's.
Do we use that?
I used it already twice.
Oh,
so
okay. I was like, I don't say that much. Maybe I got it from you.
Yeah, you picked it up. I'm osmoting it into you.
Osmoting. Is that an actual word? I know what you mean by it. So yes, it is.
Could be, sure. Down air from SWOOPER. He's falling a little behind. He's trading a little too much now, I think.
Yeah, it feels bad when you're at that percent. He crouch cancels almost the whole fair, but doesn't get a punish for it, so it's a lot of damage.
That's a ton of damage there. That's the one silver line you can take away from that situation.
I like that the cheer is the SWOOPER. They make sure to keep the in there. Because, you know, there's some other ones, but this is the one.
Yeah, this is often imitated, never duplicated.
Oh, now he's got his grapple back.
Dangerous plays. He's dangerous with that grapple.
I was keeping track. I guess we might have some newer people since it's a big tournament, right?
Yeah,
you only get the grapple once while you're off stage.
Right, of course.
So you have to land. You have to do a certain kind of landing.
Your feet have to touch the ground is what it really boils down to.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're knocked over, does it not? There's a few ways it can not be restored, right?
Yeah, I can't get into the specifics on those. I can either confirm or deny.
He dashed through him like 4 times. He's the wind.
Aklo addicted to shining those missiles. Can't resist. Can't help himself.
He walked forward and forward tilted him. Okay, misses the ledge dash.
Some insane commentary from Snacks tonight.
I'm doing my best. The energy's still high from before.
Yeah,
it is not. It is not diminished one
hey.
bit. The speed of the gameplay does not dictate my level of excitement, but it does slur my speech.
A bit of a Freudian slip there, my friend.
Well, you know, I got a few things on my mind. Okay, L Smash is going to finish it out.
And that is the set. The swooper has been swooped, and he is firmly in the rear view of Pound 2019. But what a run from him, ending up here in the top 16.
Beat SWAT.
Beat SWAT.
That's a big win.
And people are going to be talking about that for sure. People are going to be talking about that. That's a huge win. But Aklo moves on and continues to impress at this tournament. What a run Aklo has had, speaking of runs.
Let us pull out the bracket. Aklo will be playing the winner of Polish and Lod, so it'll be a peach for Aklo next, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. And speaking of peaches, here comes Lod in Polish right now.
And this match has happened several times. It happened at Smash World Tour East Coast, I believe.
Well, like you said, they're from the same region.
Yeah.
They're from right around the same,
I've never seen huger fans of each other. And we are all huge fans of the international community for Double Down. You can support